We will continue further on with the Startup Spotlight competition. Another 4 tech startups will pitch right here on stage in front of you. But before that, let me introduce you the jury. Marco Sărsan, Lucian Toda, and Cristian Montanu. Please welcome on stage. Come on stage, wherever you are. Okay, thank you. Okay, and I think we still need Cristian Montanu, if he's somewhere here. I think he'll join us later. Bogdan, if you want, you can come here until Cristi shows up. Okay, the first startup pitching on stage is Auntie Fragile.
Hello, we are Auntie Fragile, and we are providing a real-time tracking packages in the shipping process. The problem, well, it's obvious. Oops, sorry. The problem, well, it's obvious. Millions of packages get damaged every day, causing carriers and retailers a lot of huge losses in profits, and even more importantly, in customer satisfaction. The solution, in order to monitor the integrity of a package, we developed a small device that provides a full mishandling report. Using this report, the carriers can reduce significant costs, thus making the supply chain more efficient. We proposed our solution to Fun Courier, one of the biggest local carriers, and right now we are setting terms to develop a partnership in order to prevent costs in repairs, replacement, and reshipping of the products. There are around 300,000 packages delivered each day in Romania, and over 50 million packages worldwide. If we address only 10% of the available market at a $2 cost per device, we are expecting $3.65 billion in annual recurring revenue. As a go-to-market strategy, we are aiming to secure strategic partnerships with major retailers and carriers such as Amazon, UPS, and DHL. Although there is no local competitors for us, there are a couple of companies who provide a similar solution. We distinguish ourselves by using electronic devices to provide comprehensive, precise collision tracking, full mishandling report, and does not require an additional infrastructure for the carriers. Our team has a technical background, and with our advisor, we plan to bring analytics to the shipping process. We are looking for financing in order to reach 15,000 monitored packages delivered. So in order to achieve that, we need an investment of $50,000, which will secure a run rate of 18 months. Serving only the local market, we expect a revenue of $10 million annually. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
How do you use blockchain for this? So I understood it's a hardware device.
It's a hardware device, yes.
The blockchain, how is blockchain used?
We planned to put it on blockchain network to ensure the trust in the network. We don't want to be the third party who secure this type of transaction. We want to be independent.
You said you have kind of the team consists of 3 people. Can you tell us more about the team? What have you guys been doing before? How do you know each other? Stuff
well,
like
I am a software developer. Our CTO is a hardware developer, and our advisor is the CEO and founder of the biggest local carrier in the country. And as a blockchain developer, we didn't quite have that person yet. So we are looking for this type of expertise in our company right now.
At this point, apart from the pilot that you are working on with Fan Courier, do you have any other, I don't know, pipeline of potential pilot projects or clients?
Right now, no. Right now, no.
What would be the biggest barrier in implementing this with Fan Courier at this point?
Integrating a new process in their already established way of doing things. We are not sure if we can do that seamlessly without causing them too much trouble. We want to bring them benefits and not problems. So that's the biggest barrier right now.
Can you tell us more about the first customers or the first kind of trials that you're going after, and how are you kind of?
We are in the process of establishing the testing phase, and we do not have any customers right now.
Okay, so once you will have kind of the product, how will you find? I mean, you said kind of there's, you know, IKEA, Amazon, kind of the usual suspects, but how will you actually get to them? How will you, you know, go through?
Well, that's pretty interesting. In order to scale, we need to expand to the other markets. We need introductions to them. We don't have them quite yet. So, I mean, I guess if we can establish here a working solution, I guess they will notice the benefits of this kind of platform, something like that.
Since you are supposed to use blockchain at some point, is it really necessary to have the hardware device? Usually blockchain is definitely used in many cases where you don't need a trust. How is the hardware device enhancing this or solving this?
Well, we founded this company not taking the blockchain into consideration at first step, and being a B2B software is not really that necessary, but we believe that bringing the blockchain to the clients, I mean the guys who get the packages delivered at their doors, would be an interesting act of faith for them to see that they are not fooled by companies.
Now there is another startup in Romania, I think Supply Chain, that is doing something similar without a hardware device.
Right, I know, with the QR codes, right?
Something like that.
About defrauding, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you different if you know them?
We are kind of similar, but our problem is much harder because we're dealing with hardware, and it's actually difficult to make a device under $2 to record and post to a blockchain and being disposable. And
are you the CEO?
Briefly,
yes.
Briefly. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next startup pitching on stage, Modex.
Hello, everybody. My name is Florin Otto, and I'm VP of Product at Modex. Modex is the go-to place for the blockchain development community. What that means is like GitHub for blockchain, but with added custom-built developer tools. Our goal is to make blockchain technology and decentralized applications more accessible and easier to implement. 1 second, I need the clicker. Most of you know the benefits of the blockchain, and more companies are looking to implement decentralized applications or to build their first blockchain product. For example, a health company can give the power back in the consumer hands by providing them the access and the ownership of their medical record, all done through blockchain technology. But few of them, even though everybody or most of us know all the benefits of the blockchain, few actually realize how difficult it actually is to build a blockchain project. Building a decentralized application today is like building a web app in 1995 with the tools available in 1995. The development is fragmented. Most of the time you have to write everything from scratch. We are just in the pen and paper stage. But we are changing that. This summer, we launched our dApps marketplace. Soon after that came the development platform, and our most recent feature was our IDE. The blockchain IDE is the first place where the developer encounters the Modex ecosystem, and is the place where he starts writing the code. Through the integration with the Modex platform and with our testnet, the developer has the full setup needed in order to start writing, testing, and deploying his code. Our development platform is our bread and butter. And through it, we want to assist web and mobile developers make the transition to blockchain development. We want to provide them all the tools that are used from web and mobile development in one single place. Tools like hosting their code, collaboration tools, and specific tools geared for blockchain in order to assist them in auditing and testing their code before deploying it. As you know it, after you deploy it, it's too late. So you have to test it before. Our customer-facing platform is the marketplace. And we assist businesses in two ways. Depending on the company size and need, we offer companies off-the-shelf smart contracts and decentralized applications, or we help them find blockchain developers for specific projects. Of the 20 million developers worldwide, only 20K develop on blockchain. And we are looking to change that. On Modex, we have registered 1,000 developers with 400 pushed repositories into our platform. According to LinkedIn, the job listings for blockchain in 2017 increased 4 times. And that means that companies are looking to find developers or need help in order to decentralize their current solution. Our team has extensive experience both in tech and business. And also, we have people from Temenos, Unisoft, and other big companies. Our core expertise is in banking and financial software. So if you are a developer, please join our platform. Let us know your feedback. It's my job to make it as easier and comprehensive for you to use. And also, if you are a company, reach out and let us know how we can help. Also, a few other mentions. The presentation is wrong, and I have to say it now. So on the marketplace side, I just want to provide some numbers. We have 43 smart contracts available, up to 400 sales, roughly 392, from which 157 went ahead, compiled, and deployed the code. Thank you very much.
So besides the marketplace that I understand is live right now?
No, everything is live right now. So we launched the marketplace this summer. Soon after that, we built the developer platform, which is similar to GitHub, but adds custom tools for blockchain development, like testing and auditing your code. And the IDE we recently launched in end of September.
And for those 2 other products, can you tell us a little bit more
Sorry?
about? For those 2 other products you mentioned, can you tell us a little bit more numbers? Because you mentioned for the marketplace some number of sales.
Yes,
smart
so yeah, for the marketplace, for the development platform, we have 1,000 registered developers with 400 commits, 400 push repositories, around 1,012 actions on the platform. Also, it's worth mentioning that on the dev platform, we added a functionality called bounties. And through that functionality, we can host hackathons, and also we have partners which host hackathons. And this is a part of our go-to-market strategy. With development communities, both in Romania and in UK, blockchainers, for example, from London, will host a hackathon with them this year.
I saw you have 30, 40 people on the team, or 20 at least. How are you guys funded so far?
So Modex is owned by the parent company M3 Holdings, which is registered in London. And our CEO raised funds on the parent company from private investors and family offices in Europe, mostly in London and Monaco. And he decided to go ahead and fund Modex as well from the parent company. The board agreed with everything, and we started developing Modex this year.
Regarding your setup, are you company which is based in Romania, mostly based in Romania, partially based in Romania, or what's your connection with Romania?
So Modex is registered in Gibraltar, The parent company, M3 Holdings, is registered in London. And also, we have, and the development team is here in Bucharest. Through companies who are working directly with Modex and M3 Holdings. It's basically the same company, but we chose this way of working for cost efficiencies, and because the company had already the development team here in Romania, and we just expanded it under the core expertise of our CTO.
You mentioned 1,000 registered developers. How
Yes.
many of those are, let's say, active on a monthly basis approximately?
So I think close to 300 to 400, because not all of them push repositories. And now with the incentives that we are offering through Bounty that will host every 2 weeks or every week, it will be Bounty of the Week, from which if you solve it, you can earn Modex and other crypto or even fiat. So through all these actions, we are looking to raise the activity in the platform. And also it's very important for us when interacting with development communities or with people joining our hackathons, both live and in offline manner, to give feedback in order to understand how we can make the product better.
And what is the approximate growth rate of that community now?
I think we are aiming for, we initially aimed for 50% month over month, but now we are aiming at around 20 to 25% month over month, because we are still focused on the product, and we are more focused not necessarily on growth, because we feel that we need product market fit first in order to know which trail is the best.
And the go-to-market strategy now, apart from the bounties on the platform and creating offline communities, what else does it include?
We are now mostly focused on developers. So we are engaging with big development communities in the world. For example, it was one with CodeRocks. We hosted a hackathon with them. They hosted their hackathon on our platform. And they, together with Kanya, they have a development community of 60K developers. Also, blockchainers from UK are doing a pretty good job of making our product available in their community. So the blockchain and development communities are our first priority. Second is hosting hackathons. Third is through bounties. And fourth would be through events. We build a blockchain, Modex Blockchain Labs. It's open for every developer to come and work for there. It's more like an offline setting here for the community in Romania, because we felt that if you are here in Romania, we have to do something for the blockchain community here as well. That's why we opened the Modex Labs to everyone who wants to host events or wants to work from there.
Thank you.
Time is up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's welcome on stage the next startup, Wadex.
Okay. Hello, dear guests. My name is Tito, and I'm the CEO of Wadex. So, sorry for that. So, our mission is to build the most secure and easy to use decentralized exchange for crypto assets. What are the problems we solve? First, we are solving the hacks on centralized exchanges. If everything was based on the blockchain, there would be no such hacks. Second, user funds are in full control. I mean, users can control their funds always, 24/7, always available. Cross-chain transactions. We are solving one of the biggest problems. It is the interoperability between the different blockchains. And last but not least, the personal data protection. In our exchange, you need just a public key in order to make transactions. So what are our target customers? First, traders from other DEXs. Second, traders from new ICO communities that want to trade their asset. And crypto enthusiasts and geeks who really care about their privacy and security. What's our value proposition? First, we give you full control of your assets, public and transparent transactions, cross-chain transactions. It's easy to use, open source smart contract logic, and of course, no withdrawal or deposit limits or no registration limits. Everything is on the blockchain. What's our traction for the first month? We have listed more than 30 tokens. We have more than 9,000 followers in the different social networks. We have 100 active users and more than 900 transactions on the blockchain smart contract. The market opportunities. In the beginning of 2015, there were less than 5 million crypto wallets worldwide. Now, there are more than 25 million crypto wallets. And a lot of influencers have made prediction that in the next 2-3 years, they will grow exponentially, more than 500 million crypto wallets worldwide. The total market capitalization in 2015, it was almost zero. Now it is more than $200 billion. It was even 3 times higher, but the market is still immature and there is a great potential for growth. Competitors, we have some competitors, but we have much more easy to use interface and cross-chain transactions and decentralized referral system. These are our teams. We have a dark one and white one. Our business model is pretty simple. We have a maker who places an order. We have a taker who matches the order. And then everything is executed on the smart contract. We take 0.2% of each trade. And everything is completely handled by the smart contract. All the trades, deposits, withdrawals, and the people funds. So it's extremely secure. This is our team. This is me, Tito. I'm the CEO. I have a management background and technical background. This is Krasik. He's one of the top 10 developers, blockchain developers in Bulgaria. Our CTO, Rally. He has more than 6 years of experience in different big companies like SAP. And Pavel is our JavaScript developer. And Stilian is responsible for the backend part. Our financial projection based on a lot of research that we have done and historical data. So we believe that till 2022 we have more than $300 million in revenue, yearly revenue. And we already have secured initial investment from a VC. We are negotiating with other VC funds. And in conclusion, the past cannot be changed, but the future is set in your power. So if you believe in the decentralization and in decentralized apps, just come and try Wadex. Thank you.
You mentioned you are supporting cross-chain transactions.
Yeah.
What blockchains you support for this?
Now our product is built in Ethereum. It is already functional. And we want to make cross-chain transaction between Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example.
And for those 30 coins you mentioned that are already listed, are all on Ethereum? Or?
Yeah, they are based on Ethereum right now.
And in order to get listed as a coin on your decentralized exchange, you need to do anything?
It's completely free because it should be like this on decentralized exchange. But we are just making some due diligence to protect our users not to buy some shit coins. And
the main differentiation, the different things from you for example, IDEX or other decentralized exchanges, what are? I didn't quite.
Yeah, first of all, we are working on cross-chain transactions and other decentralized exchanges are not offering it. And it's really important. We have a portfolio management tool. We have a lot of other features like even referral system. I mean, we want to bring centralized feeling and performance based on decentralized level of security.
What do you think about other centralized exchanges like Binance that are launching their own decentralized exchange?
Yeah, there is a lot of big players like Binance, Coinbase, Bitfinex that are working on decentralized exchanges, and they will launch one. But we want to be early adopters, and can you imagine if all these trades from centralized exchanges go to decentralized system? There will be a big demand, and if we take even a small piece of the cake, we will be a really successful company. So this is the next trend. I think this will be the mainstream in the next half 1 year.
Can you go back to the traction or potential traction slide? Why do you? No, that one. No.
I think it is.
No. Go forward.
This is the traction, or you mean something
with
else?
the projection that you have.
But I don't know how to switch it.
So basically, there's like 2022. You have 30 billion, whatever. Why do you think you'll have 30 billion? And then a year before, you had like it's a massive shift towards somewhere there.
In fact, it's not so massive, but the numbers are really big. So, but we have a slight growth, and there we have something like a golf stick, because like I said, maybe in half last 1 year, this will be the mainstream. So this volume from centralized exchanges will come to decentralized one, and the biggest centralized exchanges are already doing such volumes. I mean, these numbers are really based on their volumes, on their revenue. And we think that if we are successful and if we can build it, then we will have such revenue. I have a much more detailed financial projection, and I can show it to you later if you're interested.
My question here would be about the traction that you got.
Yeah.
What are the sources of acquisition for your users, and what do you expect to change in the near future?
We are acquiring users by different social networks, which are typical for the cryptosphere, like Telegram, Bitcoin Talk, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter. And most of our users are coming from there, and of course from new ICOs, because new projects that have a token want to be listed somewhere. And if they want to go to Binance, the fee is, let's say, 1 million or something like this, which is pretty expensive. But with us, it's free. And all of these projects, which raise from between 1 million and 5 million, are searching such kind of exchanges, and they're coming. So part of their community is coming to trade with us.
As far as I know, Binance don't charge any more fees for listing a coin.
In fact, they are charging fees, but they say that the fees are going to volunteer staffs. But I don't know what's happening.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next startup pitching on stage, MediJobs. Thanks.
Hello. So my presentation, it's not about blockchain, but it's going to be awesome. So did you know that for the first time in history, in January 2018, healthcare became the biggest employer of the economy? It's like, this is like a fun fact for trivia night. This information takes by surprise almost anyone, even though healthcare had grown at a rapid pace in the last few years. Healthcare recruitment is difficult. And the pressure to solve the problem fast is probably bigger than in any other industry. And I felt this problem intimately in my 8-year experience working in healthcare management. But on a bigger scale, there's a much bigger problem. And let me show you why. Today, 8.5% of people worldwide are age 65 and over. By 2050, this percentage will become 17. The reality is that all these devices, medication, and technologies are helping us live longer, but not necessarily healthier. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, healthcare will have the fastest employment growth and will add the most jobs by 2024. As I just told you, it just became the biggest employer of the economy, overtaking government and professional and business services. And to make it even more relevant for this conference, IT recruitment, which is extremely attractive for a dozen of startups all around the world, it's 10 times smaller as a market than healthcare recruitment. Just imagine, the combined increase in employment is 2.3 million new jobs. So what options do healthcare recruitment have to meet this growing demand for healthcare specialists in this recession-proof market, as the experts call it? Option number one is to post an ad on a job board. But problem is, like, most of the candidates lack the time and the motivation to apply to them. Even when they do apply, they don't match the job requirements. Option number two is to hire a recruiting agency, but they have no predictable way of attracting new candidates, and they're also very expensive. They charge 20 to 25% of the annual salary of a hired candidate. Option number three, search on social media, but you struggle with intent. Option number four, ask for employee referrals, but as you can imagine, is unreliable. The truth is that medical recruitment is broken, and after more than 10 years, needs a fresh solution. So this is what we've done at MediJobs. What we did is to reverse the process so that companies can actually apply to candidates in a way, send them job offers, interview requests, and eventually hire them. The whole process takes up to 14 days, and it's improving the productivity of the recruiting team by the fact that we automated up to 70% of the recruiting steps, like candidate sourcing, validation of criteria, interview scheduling, and also competitive financial offering. Our matching algorithm takes into consideration professional background, career goals, and also personality. And we didn't stop here. We developed also a machine learning algorithm that learns from past selection of our employers in order to predict future hires. I'm going to skip this few slides to keep it short and sweet. Our current status, we have more than 22,000 medical specialists in our platform, and we're growing with 1,000 new users per month. Our 7-channel user acquisition tactic allows us to attract and register new users at €2 per profile. If we talk about our clients, we have more than 150 active clients, an average of 30 hires per month, and we managed to cross the €20,000 revenue per month goal. We are very proud of that. Our business model is pretty simple. We charge 8% of the annual salary of a hired candidate. This model worked great for us and for our clients, as we managed to register a 500% increase year over year in revenue. We have an amazing 80% customer retention rate, and 60% of our clients recommend us to other clinics and hospitals. This allows us to also have a very low cost in terms of user acquisition for clients. And because we love a good challenge, we're on our way to international expansion, and we're targeting Germany for Q1 2019.
Unfortunately, time is up. You are 30 seconds past. Questions?
Thank you.
Thank you for the awesome presentation. How are you, I mean, could your solution be applied for non-medical recruitment, or how is actually different from the usual way of hiring people?
So in medical sector, you have few options. Like I've been working, and like this is the problem that I was confronting with. So you can use job boards, which are like not relevant for healthcare sector. You can use recruiting agencies. They have special divisions for healthcare, but their model is quite old. It's mostly offline, and it's also extremely expensive. So that's why we felt the need to develop a solution that gives you fast access to relevant candidates. So these are the two main advantages you get once you use the platform.
So you could theoretically in the future use for other industries, not only healthcare? Or
potentially.
Is very into only healthcare?
The architecture of our platform is made by Cosmin, our amazing CTO, right here in the room. So it's made to work on any industry, actually. So you have like specific categories, subcategories, and things like that. It can be adapted, but healthcare, as I said, is like a huge market. It's like a huge market that is untapped. So right now we want to focus on trying to get the platform working on this industry.
Can you tell us more about the team? I mean, you started with kind of Cosmin, and I bet it's kind of on the slides later. But
yeah.
Can you tell us more why you started this and what's the background?
Yeah, so I have worked in healthcare for 8 years. I was the manager who couldn't hire doctors and nurses. So I decided to develop a platform to solve this problem. My co-founder is George, he's my brother also. And he has more than 10 years experience in commerce. He's overseeing all the operation. He makes sure that our clients love the product and they stay like that. Cosmin is our CTO, a developer with close to a decade of full stack engineering. And fun fact, me and Cosmin also shared the pop band when we were 10 years old. So we're very good singers also.
How human intensive is this? So how like if you want to add 100 more clients, how many people do you have to add in your team?
So the platform is extremely scalable. It's like the fact that we managed to automate so many processes in the recruiting journey. This is what helps us do scale easy. So basically what we need and what's the point that is right now human intensive is the talent advocates that make sure that the process is going as fluid as possible. But we're now developing even this machine learning algorithm that I was telling you that we hope to help us automate even more the compatibility.
Yeah, I need a number.
What do you mean?
I need a number. So for 100 new companies added to the platform, how many, let's say, customer success officers would you need, or assistants would you need?
If we're talking about Romania,
yeah.
I wouldn't talk about people as much as tech development, so the platform development. It's like we're at 70% right now. We can still automate a lot of things. So I would not focus on people as towards investing in the platform more.
Okay.
One last question, if any.
What is the next? I mean, I see on your last slide you're talking about, you know, what's your plans regarding expansion to Germany, etc., etc. Do you have any plans in, I don't know, raising funding or anything like that?
Yeah. So for Germany, we're raising a seed investment right now to manage to create the community. So this is the first step that we need to take in a new market. The fact that our investor, angel investor, because we closed an angel investment in March this year, he's a doctor, German and Romanian, so he provides us with a lot of access to market facilities. We have a lot of connections, so this will gonna make it easier for us to penetrate the market. But yeah, we're looking for a seed investment round in order to really implement the go-to-market strategy in Germany.
Thank you.
Time is up. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. A big thank you to the jury for evaluating the pitches.